and it's not the same dynamic chase that's going on behind. So it is explicable if they are closing.
Yeah, a maintenance speed.
Railienu is getting a little bit of respite on the wheel of Yun. It's worth explaining as well, if again you're watching road racing, following the Pune Grand Tour, and you haven't really followed the sport before. You look at Christian Railienu in second place there, rider 16. He is actually having to do only... That's where we are on the course, the blue dot representing and showing us that we've been through all 3 green points, the 3 intermediate sprints.
And also the final feed zone of the day, the static feed zone.
The sprint was at 34 kilometres, and it was a good few kilometres further back down the road, so it's probably a bit more like 30 kilometres to go at this point. Burgos BH, massive
5 plus,
45
yeah, around
plus.
45 plus, yeah. I've tried to count them a couple of times. The camera switches just as I've got halfway up the peloton. Yeah, let me see the gap confirmed now to the second peloton, and there's no way that that group is coming back now.
No. No more climbs to come. Increasingly, the closer we get to the finish line in Banamati, the more built up it gets as well. So the effect sprinter today, because I think Dylan Hopkins might have a little say potentially in that. Remains to be seen which of those 2 options they go for. But I think in the case of Burgos BH, I think there's no doubt that the Greek sprinter Georgios Bouglas will be their designated sprinter.
Look at the second peloton, I think.
Yeah, there's some QK riders who are a German club team. They lost 2 of their riders before the race even got underway, who weren't, strictly speaking, eligible to ride for them. They were denied a start in the prologue because they were riders who also signed by a continental team. Uzbekistan rider sitting tucked in behind Mahawi Kudus, the African continental champion. Clement Aleno, the newly crowned king of the mountains, hands over to Christian Railienu. And it's at this point in watching the developing lead out that you start to think, I wonder how much longer Christian Railienu can actually do the work on the front, because he's done a massive body of work today. It won't be too much longer potentially before he just pulls off for the last time. But before he does that, he'll do his last terminal effort and really empty the tank.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be give everything he can now until maybe the last 5 kilometres.
You can see Kane Richards there.
Team, so.
Abhijit Sets, you have come to join us. You've been watching on from a distance. It's been very interesting today.
It's fantastic bike riding by all the riders, especially the riders at the front.
Yeah.
And the team again trying to get inside get on stage today. Fantastic.
Moves again to the front and gives another turn on the front. That was quite a short turn from the Romanian. Well, it's actually, my mistake, it hasn't been Clement Aleno who's been doing the work on the front, it's Fajardo, the young Spanish time trialist, rather than Clement Aleno. And that makes more sense, doesn't it? Fajardo's doing a time trialist effort here. And Kudus poised to take over. The yellow jersey sitting in a very disciplined fashion now, around at 10th place with a couple of teammates in front of him.
And the work by Burgos BH does indicate that they're looking for Bouglas to go for the stage win here. So
this is the back end of the second group, the chase group, at a couple of minutes down. And they're close to home now, these riders as well, so they'll be starting to relax and thinking, we're nearly done with the Pune Grand Tour.
Is it carriageway at the moment?
Because it's trying to take a view of the other side. It was very dangerous.
This is the back end of the front group. They'll unleash their last effort that they need to take to the line. Normally around about 200 metres to go on a good day. That's the optimum sort of distance from the finish line, as we've got 4 kilometres remaining for this sprint. Bouglas, where is he? I haven't seen him for a long time. He's a little bit further back down from his teammates who are towards the front. Haven't seen Bouglas for ages. I'm assuming that he's there. We certainly saw him attacking when they came off this series of climbs at the beginning of the phase. He was definitely there, and we haven't seen him drop. So I'm only imagining that Georgios Bouglas is in this.
I think he must be for Burgos BH to be doing so much work at the front. You have to think that's the case.
It's an assumption, Graham. I'm just saying I haven't actually cited him, but he's probably just keeping himself well to have that position as they sweep round. Oh, and well, they come out of it in good nick. It's Kane Richards who still has control, and Li Ning now moved to the front. Luke Medjway has got 2 riders in front of him, maybe 3, because that might well be a teammate who just slots in there. Burgos are a little bit dislodged from the front, and I've no sign of Georgios Bouglas just yet. But this road is a straight road all the way to the finish line now.
A little bit of disorganisation there. The speed's been high, but after the corners seem to be a little bit less organised.
Kane Richards has actually dropped right to the back there, rider 31, and I don't know whether that's just positioning or whether he hasn't got the legs, but you'd have thought they would need Kane Richards right towards the front. He's exactly the sort of rider who Carter Bettles would need to lead him out, but he's too far back, and it's all going to be down to Dylan Hopkins to lead out Carter Bettles right towards the front. You can see those 2 orange-red jerseys on the left-hand side of the road, hard up against the barrier.
Yeah,
alongside them, then the Li Ning team. Flags are being held. That's around about 200 metres to go. Li Ning jerseys. Burgos bringing Bouglas closer to the front of the race. There's Luke Medjway. He's still got 2 riders to lead him out. It's all about Li Ning's lead out here. They look perfect here, and it's going to be the Dutchman Sinchek who's going to be the last man to go for Medjway. Medjway, though, dislodged from his lead-out man, already with his nose in the wind, and it's going to be Bouglas alongside him. But look at that, Sinchek is going to take it to the line, and I think Sinchek takes the win. And that's an absolutely brilliant blow from Li Ning, a different rider this time, and why not? And he propels himself up the general classification as well, assuming that that is Niels Sinchek, and I'm pretty sure it is. Let's just wait for confirmation there. He was one of the bigger riders, might have been Cameron Scott's, but it's a surprise tactic. We were all looking for Luke Medjway, and Li Ning take the win. We'll wait to see whether that was the big figure of Niels Sinchek or the even bigger figure of Cameron Scott or even Schnierko.
I will not allow you to modify.
So 3 different possible winners there from Li Ning, but not the expected one. Luke Medjway out of the bonus seconds. Li Ning take 3 wins in 3 days. There's no doubt about that as we await confirmation of which of their riders has just ridden to a very comfortable looking victory in the end. Riding alongside, don't think it was Alexei Schnierko. Let's have a look. It was Cameron Scott, the Aussie, the former rider from Bahrain Victorious, who got over the line in first place ahead of Georgios Bouglas, with Timothy Dupont of Belgium in 3rd place, the veteran sprinter from the Tartaletto